Welcome back, Panther fans. I'm David Brown here with Ryan Graham,
Hey, y'all.
Tim Thurber,
Hello.
and this is State of Atlanta.
You put a hat on.
What
Why not?
up, guys? I got a new hat tonight.
You didn't have a hat, and then you had a hat when we came back.
Yeah, I got a new hat tonight.
They gave out the white one.
Actually,
Nice.
yeah, they had a couple hats. I guess I got two hats. I got this one,
Oh,
which is my first pick, and then I got this one.
I had that one at the event.
I mean, that one
Yeah,
matches
yeah.
your black shirt right now. So
They had a black one and a blue one. They didn't have the white ones though. But it looks like they
Yeah,
printed a
so
lot of those.
So I went to the PAC board meeting tonight, and I walk in and they've got a helmet, a blue helmet with the Panther head logo on it, which is like one of my two favorite helmets, full
Just pick
blue
it
with
up.
Panther head or whatever. And then they had these the white hats with the Panther head on it, and they had black hats with the Panther head on it, and they had a blue and white one as well. So I picked my white hat. Actually, I said that I wanted the blue helmet, and they said I couldn't have that. And then I took the white hat, and then everybody started taking more than one hat, so I grabbed the black one as well.
Nice.
Yeah.
you didn't get
Okay,
one of
cool.
us a hat.
You guys are on the board. You're not eligible for those hats.
Well, no longer, but I was for a full year, and nobody gave me a freaking hat.
You were never on the board.
I was eligible to be on the board.
Oh yeah, you were, but you're not anymore. So yeah, it was fun times. Oh man, I can't talk about a lot of stuff because it'll come out over the next couple of months. But I will tell you what, this was said in the meeting by a former president of the PAC board. This was the most exciting board meeting we've ever had, and I agree completely.
All right.
There are some changes coming that I am very excited about. There's some changes that have
Collectives?
already happened.
Some collective.
No. This is all just the Panther Athletic Club, the board, the athletics department, the people in place at the department, and some things that are going to be changing going forward on game days and just throughout the year, honestly. So
We still get the bricks,
I know,
though, right?
Yeah.
man. So that's part of the conversation. There's going to be a huge change to the bricks on the bricks, and
But we're
I'm
still
gonna have
on
a meeting.
them, right?
We are still on the bricks. We
Okay,
are
that's all.
still on
That's
the
all I
bricks.
need to know. You scared me a little bit. I was like,
No. My excitement should tell you that this is not something for you to be concerned about. I'm excited
Dude.
about it. We can talk. I'm actually going to try to get. I asked Eli Abbott, the new. Well, he came in. He joined to help development last year, and we've all met him. Anybody that's come to a Georgia State football or basketball game has met Eli over the past season. And if you haven't, then that's your fault, honestly. But
he does schmooze. He's good at it.
He spent like 15 years with the College of Law,
right?
It's most of his
raising
job.
money.
I feel like maybe it sounded like I was like saying something like a derogatory, but like it's literally his job to schmooze, and he's pretty good at it. So.
Good.
Right. Yeah, he's been raising money for the College of Law, and he's been killing it for like 15 years. And now he's come over to athletics to help out with development and everything. And he ran the meeting today, and I am excited. There's gonna be a lot of changes happening, a lot of things staying the same, but a lot of things changing. And it was exciting. It's exciting. We will be talking about it. I'm gonna have somebody from development on an episode during the summer as soon as things are public, so we can talk about everything that's going on. But man, cool. I have not been as excited about to a athletic calendar year as I was since they announced us having tailgating on the bricks. So
way to be a tease. And just for everyone listening, we don't know what he's talking about either.
Oh.
I was thinking,
he just came on to be like, "Hey, there's awesome things happening that I can't talk about." Cool, thanks, David.
Yeah,
great, awesome. Yeah. What's up? What else we got?
If there are any of our Patreon members that want to come on after last call, I'll spill the beans to everything. So
all right.
Ooh, teasing.
Ooh la la.
Super teasing.
Yeah.
Or on last call, right? I mean, you don't spill the beans on last call, but if any of our patrons want to come on last call too.
I can't I can't put it on last call because that goes out public. But I will. I'll spill the beans to anybody that any of our Patreon members that come on to our.
Sure.
And you know what? You sign up for Patreon right now during this episode,
We'll let you in.
you'll get invited too. Anyhow, all right. Let's move on to the
Patreon.com/what?
State of Atlanta.
State of Atlanta.
Oh, all right.
Also,
That's easy
by
enough.
the way, I also want to say that State of Atlanta got name dropped twice during the PAC board meeting tonight. So
By you?
Good job.
not by me, not by
Whoa,
Eli.
whoa.
And the reason why we're running late, and the reason why I sound like I've been drinking for a while, is because we
Yes,
went
you
to
have.
we did Woods Chapel. No, I drank nothing up until the meeting. Went to Woods Chapel and bought beer and bourbon, and within 1 hour, and I'm feeling good. I drove home just in time to start feeling good. So, all right. How's it going, guys? Good weekend?
Fantastic weekend.
Bus lot bombers, right?
When we sweep
Yeah,
the
that-
trash, it's great.
Yeah, that part was
It's
good.
great. It's a great, fantastic weekend.
Yeah, so the baseball team swept Georgia. Sorry, not Georgia. The Trash Down South for the first time ever. We have never beaten them in a 3-game series. Swept them in school history, and we did it over the
Yeah,
weekend.
but now they're not a baseball school and they're trash, right?
And not just swept them, obliterated them. Like there was no contest. The closest game was 8-2. And on Sunday,
last
the
one.
refs called the game at 16-5 because they're like, you know what? There's no way the Trash can come back. They called the game
mercy
after
ruled
8
them?
innings.
Mercy.
They mercy ruled them after 8 innings.
That's awesome. That's amazing.
But if you ask them, the game didn't happen. None of the games happened, right? If you ask Southern
the
fans.
games didn't happen. The games didn't matter. We were 10th place in conference out of 14 teams going into that series. We finished just merely 9th. We moved up one spot. But you know who's behind us? The Trash Down South. Number 10, Trash Down South.
Well, they better be after that. I don't even care what their record is. They better be
is
behind us
there,
after that.
Is there any chance they drop out to 11?
It's possible. It's possible. We have, everybody's playing one last series this weekend. So if they lose out, they could drop down. Actually, you know what? I'm lying. There's no way they drop out. You know why? Because I say no.
Are they
wait,
not
possibly.
playing a conference?
They could. So South Alabama is 11-16 in conference. Georgia Southern, Trash Down South is 14-13. So if Trash Down South gets swept and South Alabama wins out, they have the exact same record, and I don't know what the tiebreaker is.
Right.
But
South
like
Alabama
possible,
has it.
but
Done.
who knows?
Yeah, so it's but likely they're in. Either way, we put them in their place. Yeah, it's a great time. And then I had another stat I was going to say about that.
Well, wait. Is Trash Down South playing South Alabama this weekend though?
I don't think so.
No, I
There's-
actually looked at it at one point.
that would be good.
No,
It would be pretty
I don't know who
amazing.
they're playing. I
That's
think they're
all right.
playing. Oh, I don't know who they're playing.
I don't need you to
that-
look
that-
at their schedule. I wouldn't do that
That's
to you.
something. That's something that I should have looked up. But
David. No, I wouldn't do that to you.
yeah, no, that's great. It's a great weekend. I mean, hell, you beat Trash Down. And I kept on watching the games or not watching the games, but following the scores because when I watch the games, we
You
lose.
can't watch.
And I kept on and we took my my kids to the Mario movie on Sunday, and we're up 2-0 in the series, and I'm like privately just like checking my phone, like the score updates, and like we're just killing them. I'm like, please just keep this up. And all of a sudden it was just final. I'm like, oh, that seems early. I felt like there was another inning to go. So screw
Yeah,
'em.
there was, but mercy.
Have mercy. There we go. So we got one series left. We got Old Dominion left, which is the team that's directly ahead of us in the conference standings. So if we sweep them, we can move up to 8th, and there's we could move up as high as I think 6th in the standings, which would be
Wow.
fantastic. But that requires so much help that it's not even worth talking about.
And it
Everyone
almost
needs to lose
doesn't
but us,
matter, right? I
right?
mean, like if you're on the second half of the standings, you're gonna get tied up. Paired up with somebody who's better than you. who has a better record than you. Maybe not better than you, but they have a better record than you. So,
6
whatever.
would be nice, though. You get out of that single elimination round, right?
So that's the thing. Yeah. Right, exactly, Tim. You're right. So the way the Sun Belt tournament works is you've got 10 teams that go in, and the last 4 teams, 7 through 10, play in a single elimination round.
Oh.
Whereas if you're 1st through 6th, you get to do the loser bracket if you lose a game. So getting in that 6th
single
place,
elimination in baseball is not good.
Especially in a single game.
Do you want to get Southern again for the single elimination game? Go for the four sweep?
Well, I mean, if we're separated by one spot, we're going to be like on separate sides of the bracket, right? Oh no, I guess
yes.
I don't know. Yeah,
you have to be either 7 or 10 or 8 or 9. Those are the brackets.
Yeah. But yeah, it's a good week for baseball. A good weekend for Georgia State. That was great. And then we broke it over 100 home runs for the season. I think it's 102, 103 home runs. We
Top 10,
tied for number 7 nationally for the home runs hit on the season. I mean, just killing it.
Yeah.
So much fun.
I do hit a lot of home runs. But yeah, to your point, I think you started to say this with single elimination. Single elimination, especially in college, where you're like, I mean, they go any which way. I mean, like you get to the 9th inning and you can flip flop just amazingly, and it's not because one team is better than the other. It's because they had a good inning, and
right.
I don't know. I think series
baseball.
Are important.
Yeah, exactly. Especially in baseball. Baseball is a game of series, because you don't have your entire team play one game. You've got these pitchers. You've got that play one game. Your starting pitchers play one game. You got to get your entire roster against each other. So playing a single game, I get it. I mean, if they did,
they're not even very good athletes. So
it would take.
I would.
Go ahead, Tim. Sorry.
No, I was saying I would love to give us a chance to get out of that single elimination round and have our 2 losses to or wins or just win the whole thing to get through the tournament, right? Like I don't want to see us losing that first round, especially if we end strong like we're going to.
Right. And I've one thing I noticed in the scheduling, so the way that we've played this entire conference schedule is we play a single game on Tuesday, and then we play our conference series over the weekend. Well, I noticed we don't play a conference game. We didn't play a game today. We didn't play any out of conference game, and I was like, that was kind of interesting. That kind of gives us another extra day to
rest
and everything. Excuse me. And so I was wondering if that was something that Stromdahl had done different from Frady. So I look back at the schedule, and no, it's not necessarily different from Frady. He actually has played games in the past, but since 2020, we've never played an out of conference game before the last conference series to end the season. Which I mean, sure, why not? Makes sense. Give that extra day, because you feel like in our situation, if we're going to be in the bottom 4 playing that play-in game, give all the pitchers a chance, and you can be able to play anybody you need to play just in that play-in game, and just win that game, and you can get in. If you end up in the losers bracket, that's still a chance to win the conference tournament. So I like it. I don't know what you guys think. I'm not sure if I made sense.
I mean, so here's the thing. None of these scheduling conversations make sense to me, because it's like, just win the damn games. That's it. Who cares?
You mean win enough to get in the tournament and don't have to worry about anything?
I mean, like, you could plan all this stuff about like when you're gonna have a final like out of conference game and all that stuff, but like it's still all very subjective or like only relevant in the context of whatever season you're having. It's not like a benefit overall forever, but like it could be a benefit, it could be a detriment too. So just depending on the scenario that you're in. So like I know you guys love your freaking schedules, but guys, I just also got to say that it's 2 times that I have successfully edited myself. So
that's pretty impressive. You just let it fly. You say F it.
Should we take the entire show and just like say screw the whole like PG rating and just like we're gonna last call it the entire episode? Like not tonight, but like
we should take a look at what our Apple downloads look like and decide from that, because they will change the algorithm to show it to less people.
We have actually our YouTube views are starting to beat the podcast downloads. People like looking at our pretty little faces.
Ooh,
Or
I mean,
mine,
I'm
at
good
least.
looking, so there's
There's some
that.
weirdos out there. They like, checking things out, getting all hot and bothered watching the pod.
Exactly.
Hey
Yeah, I know.
there,
I'm excited.
everyone.
How you doing?
How you doing?
No, I'm
Joke
excited
Denver.
about. I'm excited about the this last week. We're playing Old Dominion. We're up at Old Dominion. Hopefully, another exciting weekend. They're barely better than we're tied for the conference record, 14-13, with Trash
I'm
Town
not
South.
calling a sweep. I'm not calling a sweep this time.
You called it last week. You called
I
the sweep
know,
last
but
week.
This week, take two. Take two.
2 of 3. Which
Win
two?
the series.
All right. Put your money on it. Which two? Friday, Saturday, Friday, Sunday, Saturday, Sunday.
Jesus. Friday,
What a
Sunday.
bet.
Friday, Sunday.
Friday, Sunday. All right, cool. And we're betting
A Miller
$1 million.
Ooh, I
Miller
disappeared.
Lite. Where'd you go? You disappeared.
I don't know. You hold the Miller
Your
Lite up, you
background
go.
is-
You need a green screen if you're going to do the background, Tim, because it learns a lot better with that. So
Pounce.
That's all right.
Your Pounce background is ate your face. It's great. I love it.
That's awesome.
That is the sexiness that people tune in for. Is
That's why you watch
Pantherhead.
the YouTube, right?
Pantherhead. Oh yeah.
Panther head all day.
All right. Look at my notes. I'll see if I have anything else in there. Oh yeah. So we outscored them. We outscored Trash Town South 35-10, and Ben has put together. It's a football score. Well, I mean, it was 3 games of baseball, but yeah. Ben put together. He suggested. I guess this is something that App State does. Donate the score. So he's trying to get people to donate $35.10 to the baseball team directly. To kind of show support for that whole thing. And so he does it, and it works, and he posted on Panther Talk and posts the link how to donate directly to the baseball team. It's not working for anybody. It just spins its wheels. Georgia Stating it.
They're fixing that. I mean, maybe they don't want people to give money directly to a sport.
Oh, I guarantee they don't want that. I mean,
They want
I'm
a
saying
big
that
pot.
no one
money's
has ever said
fungible.
this.
They don't care.
No one has ever said this to me from the pack or anyone, but I'm just thinking, if someone's going to give you, it's like getting a gift card for Christmas. You get a Gap gift card for Christmas, and you're like, it's like a $30 Gap gift card. You're like, I don't shop at the Gap, but now I got $30 I got to spend there. Like, just give me $30. I can spend it anywhere I want to.
It's not, because what they can do is they can take $30 out of what they had originally budgeted for baseball and put it where they actually wanted it, and so it doesn't actually matter. So
you're just pushing their budget money around.
unless like everybody flags it for a reason, then it actually just ends up being a wash.
So they're like kind of cool.
You are right.
Take $30 away from baseball now. They don't need it.
It's like,
Yeah, so they pull $30 out of the budget, they add the $30 that you donated, and then that budget remains the same, and then they can still put $30 wherever they want.
that is true, but if you actually got something within one calendar donation year, so like because they can't change that budgeting for that sport until the end of until the start of the next season, because that money's already been paid. We're at the end of the baseball season. They're not going to pull all the money out of the baseball season this week because they've already paid for everything. They paid for all their travel costs and everything that's going
Nothing
on.
I said pulls money.
You pull money.
It's the same amount of money for baseball. It's just more money for somebody else.
Right.
Beach volleyball.
Well, no.
Money is
Beach
fungible.
volleyball.
It's a thing. I don't know. I've actually talked to Ben about it, and he knows, but it is sort of like also a political thing where like
cool.
you're still like really kind of voting with your dollars at that point, where you're like saying like I'm giving the money to baseball, and it sort of is like saying as a fan I'm excited about baseball, so like it's like speech in a way, which is nice.
You're
I mean, that has that benefit.
It's your response to everybody that says that they're throwing their vote away by voting for a libertarian. As you go back, no, I'm not throwing my vote away because I'm letting the other two parties know that I'm willing to go spend my time to go out and vote for not you. So
Yeah,
when you're
it says-
donating
it
to
says, like,
a
yay
specific
baseball.
sport,
Baseball is doing something right. Other programs
yeah,
are not necessarily doing it. Whatever it is, we're figuring out. Let's do that. Let's do better. You know.
yeah, it's you would think that if you had an administration that pays attention to these sort of things, they'd say, hey, we actually have baseball fans out there. Maybe we should move baseball into a better facility, which I heard stuff about today. Which
Maybe we
blew
should
my
be
mind.
a baseball school.
Shouldn't they just
No.
try to solicit funds any which way they can? Doesn't matter how it comes in.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well,
They
yeah,
should do
I
that.
mean,
Weird original thoughts.
I agree. We should solicit funds no matter how they come in. Let's get the mafia money coming in. Let's like start running some underground
You don't
booze
think other
operations.
P5 schools have figured out how to do that too? Of course
But
they have.
soliciting
telling me-
funds for specific things is the best way to raise money. People want to give money to specific
thing.
things. They don't want to just randomly just be like, no, you get to have it. People
Would
want
you-
to donate to things.
Would you spend $200 to buy a brick on the plaza for a new baseball stadium?
$200?
Oh, of course.
Sure.
Yeah,
I think I would do that.
Sure.
Yeah.
If
See,
I can
look,
get
I just
if I can
gave
get it
them a
engraved,
fundraising strategy.
if I can get it engraved with my name, absolutely.
Yeah. That's
Could I
what
put
it would be.
whatever I want on it?
You could be. Ryan's just gonna put
Sure.
butt on it. He's gonna get one that says
State of
butt.
Atlanta. State of Atlanta.
Of course.
Oh yeah,
Fellas.
we'll do that for sure.
Yeah, that'll be one of them.
For sure.
Actually, we'll make three of them.
That's what I say. We get our own personal ones, but then we all just like throw in a third of it each to get a State of Atlanta break. Or
No,
just
we
use
get
patron
how
money.
many? How many? What is that?
Atlanta. 3
yeah.
bricks.
No, that's the thing. We get what was it? 5, 7, 13. We get like 1 brick S, 1 brick T, 1 brick A, 1 brick T.
That would be awesome.
The whole day.
I'd rather buy a bus for the next big P5 game.
Charlotte. We're going to Charlotte this year.
Big P5. Wait.
Right.
P6.
Oh, you
P6.
said P5. Sorry, you said
P6.
P5. You said P5. I heard bus, and I was like, "That's our bus trip this
Charlotte.
year. Is going to be
I know.
Charlotte."
I messed that up, not you.
No, and I knew you. No, you didn't mess it up because you said P5, and I just answered. I got so excited about a bus trip.
Bus trip's gonna be great.
It's gonna be a blast. Man, that's actually. That's really all I had about River State on it. Go ahead.
Is Ben the only person that donated because the whole thing's broken?
I will tell you that I did not do it.
I didn't even know it was happening. So there's that.
Look, I donate in a lump sum. All right, I do my yearly, and
This is it.
I break it down into a monthly donation, and I'm good to go. They give me a call so that I can re-up it, and I'm like, stop calling me, just re-up it, and they won't do it, and that's where we're at.
That was one of my suggestions a long time ago on the pack was that you're
I know.
able to just have it go through. One of the things they are doing now, they started doing this past season, is you can pay for your football tickets, your basketball tickets, and your pack donation all in one monthly sum over 12 months and just pay that. So you have like, you don't have like
Payment plan.
the 4 months.
Layaway.
I'm sure I'm already
Stay
doing
on
that.
layaway.
Yeah, but the payment plan before was like for 4 months you pay for your football, and for like these 3
Oh
months you
yeah,
pay for
there
your
were like
basketball.
different line items on my credit card for sure. Yeah.
Yes. So
So
now,
I'd get
now
like,
it's 12
like they were each on a monthly, their own monthly plan, and I would get like 4 line items
Yeah.
on my credit card for
But, like-
GSU
like-
tickets.
So you started paying for your basketball tickets for this upcoming season back when we were still playing basketball in January and February of this season.
That sounds right.
So, yeah, I like that. I think they need to adopt the Patreon model of just tiers and benefits for tickets and donations, and all that. You can still donate a crap ton of money to the pack if you want to, or do what you want to do, but like have something that says, don't donate this much money and you just help the program. Donate this much money, you get tickets to this. Donate this much money, you get tickets to that. Donate this much money, you get upgraded tickets
Like
to
pick
this.
a
Like just
sport,
have
and then like at another level, like pick 2 sports, pick 3 sports, whatever, and you get your season tickets. That'd be cool.
Exactly.
And I wonder if any other schools are doing that, because that is like just a different way of thinking about it.
it's the way that, like, I mean, with all the social media and these influencers and, like, hell, the crap that we're doing, it's all about, these donations and getting these benefits for different tiers. I think it makes a lot of sense. And cap it,
And
only have so many people looking for this or that.
well, and monthly is so much easier to sell because people are like, oh, $15 a month, whatever, that's fine. But when you actually like whatever 15 times 12 is, like, they're not gonna make that donation. They're gonna be like, oh man, that's a lot of money. So
180.
They should definitely adopt the annual or whatever kind of schedule subscription model. I mean, the Footy Mob, the supporters group for Atlanta United, I mean, they have it. Like, you get a message, hey, you're going to re-up in 60 days. Hey, you're going to re-up in 30 days. And then you get charged.
But I think that they need to do that. If they do that, though, they need to have something where you're getting something every single month of the year, because, like, we're about to approach this. I was messaging you guys about this, getting ready for the podcast for the next couple of months, is after the Sun Belt Conference tournament next weekend, assuming we win that, they'll have the College World Series. After that, we're looking at 2.5, 3 months of no sporting events.
We'll figure it out.
during that time period, yeah, we'll figure stuff out. But during that time period, that should be a time that, right? But during that time period, Georgia State, if we have this subscription model, has events and things like, hell, maybe get rid of the spring tour and have the summer tour, where there's things we can do to get fans together with coaches and with players and have some events or something like that.
At the blue level, you get however many tickets to spring tour or summer tour.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You get to go to summer camp. I don't know. Do something.
It's an interesting way to do it, and I've not heard of any other programs doing anything like that. But yeah, I mean, that model seems to be working for other like sectors, and I would be for trying that. I don't know if it would work, but I'd be for trying it.
Can't hurt, right? I mean,
should we do that? Call it the only pack. Only pack. Pay your monthly only pack.
At a certain level, you just get foot pictures. You get like Panthers feet. You get Panthers feet. Pounce's feet.
Well, Tim's already talking about the footy gang over here, so he's already in that. That's what one of the United
Footy Mob
Footy Mob sport sections. So I actually don't have a lot about Georgia State. There was there's one thing I saw. This is not really much to talk about, but game times for the first 3 weeks. We should know May 31st. That's when the ESPN is going to release their game times. Not that it changes much. We already know first game is going to be 7:30 because it's a Thursday night. Then we'll find out our UConn.
2 o'clock from then on out.
Most likely. I can't imagine UConn or Charlotte really drawing a primetime slot.
I was going to say, unless we're on national television for our P5 game, which would be a 12 o'clock game.
We won't know about that. We won't know about that until, like, what was it, 10 days before, because that's not until November.
Yeah, something like that. Who are we playing next year?
No. LSU.
Oh, yeah.
It's easy.
We're going?
Cakewalk, right?
It's the same. It's the same week as the multi-team event at the Convocation Center against whatever those teams are.
That's you know what? I can still be like, I'm a Georgia State fan and not go all the way to Louisiana.
True.
Yeah, I mean, like, you guys know how I feel about Louisiana,
It's
but
horrible. You hate it.
We're probably never playing at LSU again until we're in the SEC. So I'm not gonna be alive for that.
I'm not super into it though. Like, I'm not excited about going there. The food, man, that's all Louisiana has going for it. That's it. And so, that could be cool, I guess, but we'll get that at Lafayette plays, and they got Louisiana food too, so it's not a big deal.
I'm also not going.
No, I know. I'm going to go to one of those before it's all said and done. But
would you want to go to a Lafayette football or I know you're going to say. I know what you're going to say, Tim. Would you rather go to a Lafayette football tailgate or a Lafayette basketball tailgate?
Ooh, I gotta say football. It'll last longer.
I know you said you know what I was gonna say. you would say the same exact thing.
But I'm more passionate about Bobby's
question.
suck.
What do you mean basketball tailgate? Like, I know we're trying to work on something here, but like that's not really a thing.
But I love.
We're trying to make it a thing.
Bobby's suck is awesome.
We're like it's like fetch. You know, we're working on it, but like hopefully it's better than fetch because we're gonna make it work.
Dick.
What you're trying to make basketball tailgate happen?
yes, we are, and we're gonna keep on. But like, you know,
we'll figure it out when we have the parking
right now.
But our rivalry with Lafayette is way more about basketball than it is. I mean, like I know that it's bled over, so it's equally intense. But you know, we still not beat them in football yet. We have owned them in the round ball.
But I don't even know if they have basketball tailgates. I mean, we barely have basketball. We have basketball tailgate. Right? There's not tailgates at this point. There's basketball tailgate.
It's just the one. You're right.
I have no idea what Lafayette has.
I think a lot of that had to do with just crappy season. People didn't want to come out to basketball games this year because we were just playing so god awful. But that's no excuse. That's no excuse at all. Just because you're playing bad doesn't mean you can't have fun with your friends before a game. I mean,
I think it's because we don't have a parking deck. That's it.
It's under construction. Well, it's under formulation.
Environmental studies.
No, I don't know.
Drainage enhancements.
Drainage. The only thing else I had to talk about was the implosion of the ACC.
We hope. I just want to watch some fun TV, like see all the shakeups. Who picks who out? Who gets left behind? What does those teams do? Like, will the NCAA allow that to exist?
Well, probably I mean, the NCAA doesn't have anything to say about it. It's about that whole was it they call the grant of rights deal they have.
The unbreakable.
It's like $140 million exit fee right now or something.
Why did all those schools sign that damn thing? Like, it doesn't make any sense. Like, they knew this was coming, right? I mean, they had to know.
They probably didn't at that point. They're just trying to protect everything.
Constantly shifting since then. I mean,
it's like more than a couple years old, right?
It's Clemson, FSU, the Virginia schools, NC State, and there's two more that are the Magnificent Seven that are trying to figure out how to
undo the thing they did.
And so, because I guess Clemson and Florida State are trying to go to SEC, and you've got
they are the two programs that make sense in the SEC, like culture wise too. So
yeah, right. But then you've got some of them are trying to get to the Big 12. Big 12 is trying to get an SEC a Southeast exposure or whatever.
Well, they could take us.
So that happened. You know, we're here.
I'm willing. Let's raise our hand. You want to be in Southeast?
Well, we got our legs open, right?
Let's see what the financials look like. I don't want to rush to judgment about anything. You know, we have our options with Big 12 and Big 10. Let's just see what they have. You know, maybe the Pac-12 or Mountain West wants to offer something. Let's see what happens. What makes more sense for Georgia State?
Pac-12.
No.
Look at those travel costs. You want to go to any away game.
I want to go to Hawaii every other year. That's I want to be in that conference. Whatever conference puts me in Hawaii every other year, that's what I want to be in.
That's selfish, David. That's selfish.
I don't think anybody has ever called me not selfish or unselfish. That's the word.
That's
unselfish.
True. I mean, it's not like I'm breaking news here. Don't do the breaking news thing because
it would take me so long to find it. No. So I think the interesting thing about the ACC stuff, and it's probably going to take forever for it to happen, but to see if the ACC breaks apart, you know, this would be the guy on Panther Talks, like wet dream. Like ACC starts adding more schools, but Tech has been so horrible for so long. I don't think their history gets them anywhere anymore. Maybe I don't know. So we're not getting into I mean, this is the worst hypothetical of all time, but even if this all happened, we're not getting into the ACC through this whole thing.
An ACC, Georgia State, Georgia Tech rivalry, and that's like the dividing line, the East-West line or something.
That's if they're allowed to stay in the ACC. I don't know. They might move down.
Well, I don't.
too.
They might move down.
Oh, yeah, yes,
we
I
can
saw that.
switch. They could be Sun Belt, and we can be ACC.
Oh, that would make him crazy. By the way, pro tip: that guy, never try to say, "Do you mean AAC?" Ever. Never
Yeah.
make the comment. Don't. Just don't.
Yeah.
Maybe
know that already?
I didn't.
maybe Techie should drop down to the American Conference, and we'll just take their spot in the Atlantic Coastal.
I mean, this makes sense to me, but I understand why it wouldn't make sense to anyone else. So, I mean, there's that. You know, I'm rational, but also I'm a big old fan.
They would win more games. Maybe.
I'm excited to see what happens when we play them in a couple of years, few years, whatever that is.
It's gonna be their breakout year. They're gonna be like, that's gonna be like the year that they turn it all around. It's gonna, I mean, like, this is what we're used to, right? This is what happens.
Right.
It's gonna be Urban Meyer's return game. Like, he's gonna come and coach Georgia Tech, and
well, hopefully it's so Tennessee had that story, but they were like a game late, right? So like Tennessee, we beat them, and then they went and had a good season. So like we were part of their comeback story, but like we were a good part for us.
We
got our win.
Better. Yeah.
Excellent.
That's
all I got, guys. We're 36 minutes in.
That's
all
all
I
right.
got.
You don't want to pour one out for the Lenning Tree Bowl?
Oh yeah, well I had that, but I had that for last call because it's
We'll pour one
nice.
out on last call.
Yeah, it's all right. We're 36 minutes in. I feel like that's a good amount of time. It's a little low, but it's right where we probably should be in the window.
I'm out of beer, so let's get the last call.
There we go. I mean,
sounds good.
That seems like the tiebreaker.
Thank you to everybody for listening. We're gonna head over to last call to talk a little bit more about the Sun Belt Bowl change and other stuff. And I don't know. Man, I think I'm more drunk than I thought I was.
That's good.
Yeah. You can find Last Call on our Patreon page. It is free of charge. Patreon.com/State of Atlanta comes out on Friday morning. And if you are a Patreon member for as little as $3 a month, you can get it immediately, as well as access to our private group chat. And you can actually see Tim's face the entire time. It doesn't disappear into Pounce's head.
Well, and look, y'all, I'm a Patreon member and I'm cheap.
And Ryan is our highest donating Patreon member. Let's see if we can find somebody who's willing to equal Ryan's
donation. What am I at?
I'm
at 10?
50.
You're at $10 a month. Right? $10 a month. All right, Ryan. If someone donates as much as you do, will you up your donation?
Yes. 100%.
All right, here we go.
25.
Sounds like an auction. I like it.
If we get another 10, I'll bump mine up to 25.
If we can get one member, one person to join Patreon at $10 a month, Ryan will up his to $25 a month.
I'm gonna go past that, but like that's where I'm at.
All right, and I'm going to tweet this out as well.
Fine, that's good.
Please, let's
Sounds
do
good.
it.
I like it, and then we'll get Tim bumped up as well. So, thanks for listening. Yeah, go check that out. Patreon.com/State of Atlanta. We're gonna go have some more fun. Say goodbye, guys.
Goodbye, guys.
Peace.